Hello, hello, sweetie. Welcome back. It's always a pleasure to have you here with me. And I'm so glad you stopped by to let me do your little brows. Yeah, they need a little bit of care, don't they? Yes, your brows don't look bad at all, don't get me wrong, but you have a little bit of overgrowth and it lost a little bit of the shape. So today we are going to just pluck away all the little baby hairs and maybe shape a little bit underneath your arch and right here in the middle. Okay? Okay, sweetie, so I hope it does not hurt, okay? And we are not going to overpluck your brows neither, because we don't want to overpluck. The overpluck look is not good. And I want to just keep the beautiful natural shape of your brows, okay? Good. So I'm going to brush your brows with this little spoolie, but first I'm going to use a little bit of toner and in this little cotton round, and I'm just going to clean the brow area, okay? When we clean like this, we are making sure that there is no irritating particles or stuff that can get into the follicle, the pore that was from where the hair is removed, and give you a little inflammation or infection, okay? So it's always good to make sure it's nice and clean. And also, the cleaner the brow is, the easier it is to pluck. In certain areas, certain eyebrow designers, they even put a little bit of powder, of loose powder in the brow, because it helps to get a grip of the hair when you're plucking, okay? So it's nice and clean. I'm going to start with this brow, so I'm just going to brush all the hairs upwards, up, just brushing. And I have my little tweezers. This one is by Sephora, and I'm just going to pluck and brush, because I want to make sure I don't pluck the ones that does not need plucking, okay? Pluck. It does not hurt because this is very sharp. This here, it's super sharp, so it really grabs, I like slanted tweezers like that because they really grab the little hair. Yes, so the more precision you have, the least painful it is. Usually what causes pain is when you pinch the skin, then you have pain. Pluck. How often do you get your brow done? Okay, every 15 days. I do mine like every month, so really should do more often. But I really don't. Truly, I kinda don't pay attention until it's like very bad, Yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? But I think, like, have you ever noticed that when you do your brows and your brows are nice and fresh and sharp, it really feels like you don't even need the eye makeup? I don't know you, but I feel like that. I feel like I don't even need makeup for that day, because it's so nice and defined and sharp. I think the brows really define the eye. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. Brush, 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 brush. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. If I could go to like a, someone said you can only choose to do 2 things in your face, 3 things, what would you do? I would do the brows, I would put blush, and I would put a gloss. How about you? I know our makeup routine has so many steps, doesn't it? So much stuff we do, but if you could do only 3 things. Yeah, that's nice too. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Okay, I'm going to pluck here because I think the space between your brows is a little bit too narrow. So we want to widen a little bit, just to give a little definition, more space. You have such a beautiful face, very, 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 how can I say, anatomically pleasing face, very symmetric. You have a gorgeous face, you're very beautiful. So I'm just going to widen that a little bit, Pluck, 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 pluck. I'm glad you're relaxed, and I'm glad you're not experiencing any pain, and I don't want to bring discomfort. Now I'm just going to pluck slightly above your brow, just to shape it, but without having to remove so much, okay? So I'm going to brush the hair downwards now, for me to see clearly where the line is. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, pluck, pluck. It's beautiful. I like to make sure the little tail, it's kind of upwards. I don't like a downward tail because it really makes look like, I don't know, it makes it look like you're sad. Doesn't it? I give you like a puppy eyes, Yeah, back in the day they used to say that. It's like a puppy eyes. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Like in the 20s, you see like those very rounded shapes, very sad eyes. It was very in vogue. So now I'm going to do this side, okay? So I'm just going to brush upwards. Brush, 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 brush. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. Brush, brush, brush. Pluck, 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 pluck. And I don't really think that the brows needs to be perfectly symmetric or perfectly the same, because really we are humans and we are not 100% symmetric. So brows need to look like they're from the same family, but they don't need to be twins, Yeah. And even if our brows are perfectly, I've seen that in myself, sometimes I try to make them perfectly symmetric, but one of my brows rise up naturally. Like this brow, it rises up naturally. It's like the muscle of it kind of is always triggered. I don't know what to say, but this brow here, it's naturally up all the time. So what am I supposed to do? I can't do this one up, you know what I'm saying? I could do Botox and do like that so it looks like the same, but I shouldn't worry about that. Those little things, nobody's perfect. nobody's perfectly symmetric. If we see someone perfectly symmetric, I really think we would even get scared because it's so unnatural, so manufactured, you know. Yeah, I'm glad that now we live in an age that people can be and do and express themselves the way they want to, you know. So we should take full, how can I say, full control of how we look, and accept the little things, you know, the little misshapes or the little asymmetries, and understand that that's exactly what makes us pretty, isn't it? Yeah. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. Okay, this tail here is a little bit too long, so I'm just going to shorten it because we want to end like in an angle where the eye ends, like that. Yes, like that. See? Like that. So I'm going to shorten it, okay? You are the sweetest. You do not complain at all. You're the sweetest person, you know that. Yeah, I think you're great. Okay, and now I'm just going to brush it down, 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 and just pluck, as I said before. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck. Let me clean here. Because we want it to be nice and sharp. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. Your brows are already looking great. This one needs to be this one here needs a little bit the little arch to be more defined. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. You have a crazy hair right in the middle of the brows. I'm just going to pluck it. You have those little crazy hair that don't want, you don't know if they lay down, if they stand up. Quite crazy, aren't they? Okay, we're almost done, sweetie. Here with this plucking, 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 we're almost done, okay? Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to get a little bit of a paste that I have here, and I'm just going to fill in your brow so you can go home with a full brow look, okay? So I have a little brush, and I put the paste in the brush. So I'm just going to define the bottom of your eyebrow, just to give a definition, and shade towards upwards like that, and not give so much like a boxy brow, okay? So I'm just going to define the bottom with little strokes like that, and I use this spoolie to like a blending brush, and I just like to give little strokes like that, up, 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 and make sure that your little tail, it's nice and defined, because with age and we usually lose the tail of our brows, they thin out, so we just want to make sure it's nice and define, okay? And the same thing here on this side. I'm just going to define your little tail and with little strokes like that. I love this spoolie because the spoolie really softens the brush strokes, you know. It's like blending, blending, blending. And I just like to define right here the tail, and it's gonna give you a beautiful gradient, being darker and the tail and coming lighter. And right here it's almost no powder, no pomade at all, okay? Because we want it to be soft and defined. We don't want it to be boxy because it gives you a harsh look, and harshness is the opposite of youth. Youthful looks are very soft, very diffused, and the harsher you put, the more definition you put, you age a little bit. Not that aging is bad. We all are blessed when we grow older. It's such a blessing, but we don't want to look older than we are, right? Yes, okay, so I'm just going to do that. Give a quick brush and you are all set. Thank you so much, sweetie, for coming here and allowing me to do your brows, and I hope you enjoyed it, okay? And may you have a wonderful night of sleep when you get home, and sleep all night and have a wonderful, wonderful dreams, and may all your dreams come true very, very fast, okay? May God bless you most abundantly, and I see you next time. Bye bye, sweetie. Good night.